coming here, I'm pushing your
Hey, what happens if I get injured?
You ain't getting injured.
Bro, you don't know that.
All right. I don't give a
It's 1 second away from injury.
Somebody call paramedic?
Yeah.
Yeah? Where's the first? Yeah.
All right,
You got ice on your chest?
you know where you are? You know what state you're in?
Yeah, California.
What city are you in?
The boxing world, and once it was revealed that Paul, the colorful YouTuber who turned fighter, was going to face Mike Tyson, there were suspicions that he attempted to manipulate his way out of the match. Rumors have it that this purported effort wasn't made via the usual methods of renegotiating contracts or claiming personal reasons. These rumors have been flying among fight camps and gyms. Paul's group tried to stage a traditional fake injury. Social media, which has always been a haven for fight rumors, was overflowing with images of Paul with his hand tightly wrapped. Paul himself responded to this with a barrage of tweets that included theatrical declarations about a strange training mishap and the potential cancellation of the fight. The doctor says I might not be able to fight Iron Mike, one tweet said. This whole training program is a waste. Another post, accompanied with sobbing emojis, bemoaned, my body is wrecked because I underestimated Champ's training regimen, but it seems that this effort to show compassion has completely failed. Boxing experts who have a keen sense of theatricality quickly questioned the veracity of the reported knee injury. Viewed everything, these rising stars of the internet believe they can mislead everyone until one seasoned trainer scoffed at a reporter. The drill struggle becomes intense, as we all know. You must discover a means to escape, stoking the flames of the speed at which Paul's hand seemed to heal raised suspicions. Fans with keen eyes saw that only a few days after the first social media postings, Paul was back to recording punches and trick shots for his YouTube channel, although with a much less dramatic hand wrap. The claims that this whiplash injury was a hoax, as real as a $3 note, were not much dispelled by this recuperation. The maestro of misdirection, Paul Ever, laughed and shrugged off questions from reporters about the supposed lies. A little setback, he winked and said. As soon as the Iron Mike camp heard about Jake, they were enraged. Paul's purportedly fake hand wound the guy who had formerly used a single glance to threaten opponents into submission was now a volcanic eruption poised to erupt. According to accounts from those close to Tyson, he was furious by what he saw as a dishonorable and cunning effort to back out of their much-anticipated showdown. According to reports, Tyson's voice roared, resonating throughout the training center. This child believes that he can play me like a violin. He may easily walk all over memories of Tyson's vicious ring. I'm not some sucker. A source who preferred to remain anonymous said that Persona flashed back to life as he paced rapidly, his adventure scurrying to stay out of the path. Tyson was known for being everything under the sun and wasn't afraid to share his vibrant style of commentary. The source exposed social media as a YouTube wanted, and to make matters worse, he was furious that someone with such little regard for the sport would attempt to pull off a stunt like that. Naturally, Tyson's wrath extended to social media as well. In a since-deleted Instagram post, a video showing Tyson's contorted face in anger and his rapid descent into a tirade appeared. Paul, you think you can pretend to be hurt and walk away from this fight, he growled. The boxing world is in disarray following the release of two videos. Firstly, one showed Mike Tyson, the legendary heavyweight champion, still packing a mean punch. Secondly, in a move that stunned the boxing community, a glimpse of the fiery determination that burned brightly within the aging legend. I dare you to step into the ring, son, and let's see how tough you really are, because when that bell rings, there's nowhere to run. Sent shockwaves across the community of fighters, it is said that Jake Paul, the former YouTuber who turned boxer and is well known for his brash persona, tried to call off their highly anticipated show. Fans are perplexed by this unexpected development in the story. Only a few weeks before, Paul exuded confidence, boasting and vowing to execute Iron Mike. It seems that the once bold confidence has now turned into something more like cold sweats. With regard to Paul's unexpected cold feet, there are two primary explanations circulating. The first one deals with undervaluation. Maybe Paul, who was jeered for winning matches against weaker opponents, thought of Tyson as a fading great who was ready for an upset. Still, the latest video was a harsh wake-up call. This was no old antique. This was still Iron Mike, the predator with reflexes quicker than a flash and knockout power to defeat even the most formidable warrior. The subject of strategy is covered in the second theory. The foundations of Paul's profession are maximizing marketability and developing a brand unquestionably. Defeating Tyson would be his greatest accomplishment and catapult him to unthinkable heights in the boxing world. A defeat against the heavyweight icon, however, may have disastrous consequences. It may cause major bodily harm, but it might also ruin Paul's reputation and reduce his marketability in the sports industry. Entering the ring with Tyson carries a significant risk. Highest payout Paul and Gamble may be reassessing the odds. For whatever reason, the drama surrounding Paul's effort to withdraw has intensified, casting doubt on his willingness to take on top-tier opposition. Was his early arrogance a stage show, or was he really committed to competing against the greatest, even if it meant suffering major setbacks? The nature of celebrity boxing exhibitions, which provide entertainment value and an opportunity to witness legends take off their gloves, has also come under scrutiny as a result of this unanticipated development. Concerns about mismatched battles and the risks that come with being a less experienced participant still exist. It remains to be seen whether Paul and Tyson will finally square off in the ring, but one thing is for sure: the attempted cancellation has fueled the flames of excitement. If it goes down, the battle promises to be a spectacle unlike any other, a collision of motives, styles, and generations. In addition to offering non-stop excitement, this bout offers a closer look at the dynamic world of professional boxing.
I mean, love Jake Paul.
Could you fuck him up?
Oh, I'm so fucking easy.
You think?
Yeah, but I would love him. I would never. I mean, it's my own fucking fat. Everybody loves this little white motherfucker. You know what I mean? He got balls. He got the fucking balls. When you see a white boy with balls, you know, fuck. I'm talking about from real, but like, fuck you, motherfucker.
Yeah. But you would, but time out. Would it be like Tyson when you were 19 seconds?
Yeah, but nah, man. Let him have his fucking reign, man. Let him have his fucking
Yeah, but what if he
time.
stepped up and he's like, yo, Tyson, you're a fucking pussy, let's go. And he
Nah,
starts
he's not
talking
gonna
shit to
say
you.
that.
Maybe
Man,
that's
well,
one
bless
fight
you.
Dana would get behind.
Yo, Tyson versus
That
Jake
might be
Paul
the
would be
way.
the best fight fucking ever.
Pay attention, Iron Mike growled, maintaining that unmistakably menacing edge. It is said that Jake Paul has a fictitious hand injury. This battle is about to happen. YouTubers, best get ready, because Iron Mike isn't playing around. Don't you think for a second? There was a gleam of laughter in his eyes. They consider me to be some ancient relic, a retired champion who just dons the gloves to make ends meet. I can assure you that there is still fire in these ancient bones. More than in years, I've been training hard. Perhaps this is more than just an exhibition or show for these people on social media. Respect is at issue here. The sound of Tyson's controlled fist hitting a heavy bag reverberated throughout the gym. Respect for the sport, for the effort required to confront another man in the ring. You can't just sling trash online and then attempt to pull away when the chips are down. This is not a game. This is boxing, son. With a deep growl in his voice, he leaned closer. Having stated that, let's clarify one thing. Jake Paul has battled YouTubers and washed-up basketball stars, but he hasn't entered the ring with anything like what I have to offer. This level is distinct. Come fight night, I'm the goddamn Iron Mike, and he's going to learn out just what that means. Tyson's features broke into a slow grin. Please understand that I value the children. Work hard, but a real fighter's heart is not the same as online bluster. That night, the heart will be looking down the other side of the ring, driven by a will to win, rather than by knockouts or fancy techniques. Paul, the former online sensation who is now a boxer, got into trouble when word spread about his purportedly phony hand injury, and dramatic statements about a training mishap and the fight's possible cancellation filled social media. A different image was presented by insiders in the boxing community who believed the injury was a ruse to avoid taking on the great Mike Tyson. Even after Paul's supposedly quick recovery, the damage had already been done. The public's perception had changed, and the story surrounding the fight had taken a dramatic turn. Paul was no longer the brazen young challenger looking to prove himself against an icon. In a recent interview, he revealed that he had something to prove to the boxing community as well as the fans. While Paul acknowledged that Mike Tyson is a beast who is larger, stronger, and with a knockout reel that could fear even the bravest, he sought to address the topic with his typical confidence, tempering with a newfound respect for the fight ahead. The fighter's voice had a hint of seriousness in it. Perhaps I didn't realize what I was getting myself into, but once that hand heals completely, I'm going into the ring. The thing is, size doesn't always translate into victories. Speed, strategy, and heart can level the playing field. Paul the entertainer was always willing to poke fun at his detractors. Whatever they want to call it, a funny injury, a PR gimmick, etc., come fight night and they'll all be watching. And when I go into the ring with a legend like Mike Tyson, you better know I'll be giving it everything I've got, because it's never a good idea to underestimate the underdog. The fight has changed from a hype display to a struggle for atonement, and Mike may question if Paul can really overcome the size disadvantage and the shadow of his suspected dishonesty. Can Paul show his battling spirit and quiet his skeptics, or will Iron Mike, driven by a desire to instill respect, deliver a harsh reality? Examine the boxing world waits anxiously.